So the area of the city that we are in, a few years back, we ended up with a catastrophic failure of our sanitary sewer system, and that sewer system was 18 feet deep, just on a random day of the week. In the afternoon, we came in, or we had a call from a customer. There was a sinkhole in their parking lot, and so we knew we immediately needed to get out, assess the situation, felt like we were definitely going to have to replace a sewer system that was over 100 years old. And fortunately, in this neighborhood, there was a piece of property owned by the Catholic Church. We were able to use the property to site a stormwater management facility, and from our prior experience with Opti, we knew we wanted to use their solution to allow us to manage this system using the continuous monitoring and the adaptive control. Mainly because this, while it's an advantageous site, it's not the largest site to place a pond in. So this allowed us to really be thoughtful and get the most, I guess, bang for the buck as far as the ability to manage the stormwater on this location. We're in the headwaters that drain to a national park. So Sanitary Board's mission, over the long term, is to manage the urban runoff and the pollution that's in that urban runoff much better than we did in the past. So as a stormwater utility, being in the mountainous area that we are with a lot of rainfall, our ratepayers or our residents have a lot of drainage issues. As you travel down the watershed, lots of low-lying streets that end up with ponded water. Could be 5 times a year on average in a roadway that's 5 lanes wide. The Opti solution actually not only targets the flooding, but provides us some water quality benefit overall for the watershed and the stream that we're so concerned about being impaired.
So we go in, and anytime there's a significant rainfall event, we're probably going to be responding to customer calls. We're going to be responding to the public as far as how was that water managed in that storm event. And so the historic data and the real-time, the record of the real-time data that the Opti system collects gives us real numbers and a real sense of the effectiveness of how well that storm was controlled.
The Opti type solutions allow us to be thoughtful with our ratepayers' money and kind of spend it more precisely than going into whole neighborhoods and digging them up for thousands of feet and fixing them. So this allows us to pinpoint and place facilities at kind of more exact locations based upon the watershed characteristics. And I think that sort of idea translates to other cities and municipalities, anywhere. For me, it's the end game. It's how can we get the most improvement for the least amount of investment or the least operating cost? And the technology can change a lot of things. For instance, the idea of these sensors and with stormwater ponds, I mean, a lot of places, a lot of industrial sites, a lot of construction sites, sediment is a huge problem, and so you've got all these sediment basins that have been designed for decades in the same fashion, and by putting in something like a sensor that will actually tell you, no matter where you are in the world, what the sediment load is on a water column, you can basically manage that pond in ways that you couldn't before. And I think that could add up to some tremendous wins for the environment and for our sector.